All right, good evening. Good evening, good evening, and welcome to the regular scheduled meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council. I'm assuming we're live at this point?
We are.
Okay, so we are live on our Facebook and live going into the homes of our residents on our public access television. So we want to say good evening and welcome. Again, this is the April 17th, 2023 meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council, and we will begin the evening off by reading the open public meeting statement by our Clerk Borough Administrator Raina Harris.
This meeting was called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Union County Hawk, Westfield, New Jersey, the Courier News, Bridgewater, New Jersey, the Star Ledger, Newark, New Jersey, the Union County Local Source, Union, New Jersey, and the alternate press, tapinto.net. In addition, copies of the notice were posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building and filed in the office of the Borough Clerk. Notices on the bulletin board have remained continuously posted. Proper notice having been given, the Borough Clerk is directed to include this statement in the minutes of the meeting.
All right, thank you. For those that are in the house, may we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And as we are here tonight to pay witness and to thank so many volunteers, I would ask that we keep in our thoughts and our prayers all the victims of the senseless gun violence that seems to be gripping our country, no matter where you live, no matter what your zip code is. And tonight there are families really in desperation and pain. Thank you. Okay, so can we have a roll call before we kick off our meeting?
Banks.
Here.
Barry is excused. Carter.
Present.
McElroy Barker.
Here.
Mitchell.
Here.
Walsh.
Here.
Marr.
Here. Okay, so I am going to ask to just move something out of order under our presentations that we have on our second page, a presentation by American Water to the Salvation Army. Can I have a motion to move that out of order to go next?
So moved.
Second? All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you. All right, so I'm going to go over to the podium where I will be for a few minutes. Well, good evening, everyone that's here. For those that are watching from home, we have a really nice full house, and it's always really nice to see the public in the people's house here, right? This is your house here. This is our chambers of the mayor and the council, and too often we don't necessarily have people here participating, but tonight we are here to actually celebrate and to honor so many of you. I'd like to call forward members of the Salvation Army on the advisory board, Eric Gran and Tawanya Hawk. Is it Hawk? Yes. Hawks. Yes, we've come forward. And I'd also like to call forward Kristen Bianco from New Jersey American Water. Okay. So there's a lot of nice things about being the mayor that I enjoy. One is, for all of you in the audience tonight, really interacting with you. Marrying people, the fact that I can officiate ceremonies is another really nice thing that I do. But what I can also do is I can bring organizations together, that I can advocate on behalf of one organization to another. And tonight, from American Water, they're here to present a donation because they have what is called the Mayor's Charity of Choice. And so I was asked if I would like to pick a nonprofit of my choice to give a donation to from the American Water in my name, and I have chosen the Salvation Army. And they are here. Yes. And Kristen is here to present the check, and Tawana and Eric are here to accept it on behalf of the board. And you may say, like, why the Salvation Army? Well, I think the why is because while they are headquartered in Plainfield, FANWOOD is in their area, is actually in their Ketchum area that they serve. And part of their mission, which is my mission as well, is to make sure that we find people in our community that need their services. And so we've embarked on a nice relationship to do that. Kristen, you want to just say a few words on behalf of American Water First?
Good evening, everyone. We just wanted to present this check on behalf of the mayor to the Salvation Army. We award a mayor each year a charity of choice, and they get to pick, and the Salvation Army is a great foundation, and we're so proud to give this check to them. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm just so excited. Thank you. We do a number of things with Salvation Army, and we chose to come to FANWOOD. And Colin now has been speaking for, I don't know, 5, 10 years perhaps. But the main thing is that we have so much mental health going on with so many people. We have domestic violence, we have substance abuse. Salvation Army is like looking to extend services, a partnership with several cities, and FANWOOD is one of them. On behalf of the Salvation Army Board, we welcome you from the American Water Company, and we're going to do the best we can to extend the services for the community. Thank you so much.
So it's $1,000.
Oh, that's a big check.
Oh, very nice.
Smile right now.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And, you know, the Salvation Army had come out. We had done the FANWOOD 5K this year, and for those who ran it, they brought their water truck, right? And so they were able to, you know, just give out water there, and it's just really all about education, raising awareness, raising the platform. They are literally our neighbors. They are literally located right next to the City Hall in Plainfield, and they do so much, so good. The kettlebells, you know, at Christmas time, I actually stood outside and I did it this year, and I was really pleased by the generosity of strangers, because that kettlebell is just globally known, right? And people know if they give their money that it's actually going into the right hand. So I want to thank you for that. All right, so this is Volunteer Appreciation Week nationally. And let me just get my thoughts together here. And the theme nationally for this campaign of Volunteer Appreciation Week is United We Serve. And the goal is to recognize the impacts of volunteers and ultimately their power, right? Their power that they have to build stronger communities. And tonight, I am so pleased that we are actually shining a light and publicly thanking those with more than a decade of public volunteer services to FANWOOD. So that in itself and many of them are in the room tonight, and there were those who were not going to be able to make it, you know, so I speak to those that are here, I speak to those that are watching us from home, and those who are currently on our boards and commissions to thank you, but also to acknowledge your hard work and your dedication actually has so much power. And you have actual power to transform the lives of the people that have chosen to live here in FANWOOD. And this is a wonderful time for us here at the governing body to just say a simple thank you, because without you, we would not be able to do the level of services. Without you, we would not be able to put on, whether it be events, whether it is to keep us safe with the Board of Health, whether it is to protect our environment, whether it's to culturally raise our minds with poetry and music, or make sure that books and literacy remain important to us, or that we plant a tree, or that we have these wonderful recreational programs that always go towards the heart of why I believe we are consistently ranked as one of the top communities of which to raise our families in. That is not by accident, and it is not just, does it happen? It's because we all actually work on it. And those of you that are in this room today have worked on it for a really, really long time. And your ability to step forward and to lean in without really looking for recognition, but because you love the community that you live in, is why we wanted to do something like this now, coming out of COVID, recognizing that things have changed dramatically in how we meet and what we do for each other, but to let you know that we up here actually value each and every one of you. So really, on behalf of myself and the Borough Council, and we are proclaiming this, part of National Volunteer Week, to publicly thank our volunteers, and that we know that you challenge us to do better. Because we know that you're out there quietly every day, somehow doing something for FANWOOD. So therefore, we know that as elected officials, that we take that charge and even going up to the next level of that. So we have a little public thank you for you, and I'm going to call you up, and then we're going to take one group picture, right, Tom? Okay. So I'm going to start with the Board of Health. So Margaret Lewis, come on down, Margaret, and thank you. How many years?
I think 16.
There you go. There you go. Kathleen Thomas, come on down. I think you're here like.
Well, how many years have you been here?
20. That's right. I met you exactly when I ran for office. Awesome. Okay. Adele Kenny. So good to see you. Adele Kenny. So I bet you not many people recognize that FANWOOD has its own poet laureate. Yes. And so Adele is a nationally acclaimed poet. Along with Tom, her partner in this, actually has the poetry series that is really nationally and state acclaimed, and we're going to do something, right, later on in May, May 7th, so there you go. Okay. And then her better half of Tom Plant, come on down. So how long you been doing this?
25 years. She's spelled my name.
I didn't do that. Oh, no. I didn't do that. 25 years. Tom, how many years? 25 years. Wow. 25 years. All right. I know Alex is not here. He could not come. I'm going to give that to you. All right. On to our Environmental Commission. Sandra Redder. I saw Sandra. Andy. Tom, do you want to maybe push them this way a little? You want to move them this way a little? Because I think we're going to run out of space. Okay. Just so they're not here. Sandy. How many years, Sandy? A while? A while. David Schwarzenberg, who I've known a long time. He goes to warmer weather, but then he comes back. Even from Tampa. Yes, Dave has been on the Environmental Commission and has rightfully challenged us on things from time to time to keep our nice community green. Gary Zelk. Where's Gary? There's Gary. Hi, Gary. How long you think?
Older than dirt.
Good clean dirt. Good clean dirt. All right. Planning Board, our current chairman of the Planning Board, who does such a really good job in moving all of our applications through, Matt Jukes. Come on down. Yes. Eric Gollin was not going to be here, so I'm going to give you Eric's. Okay. And then Phyllis couldn't make it, so we'll give you Phyllis. and Margaret couldn't be here. So these are a tight group when you actually think about that. Kevin Barrs, our former councilman, was unable to be here tonight, so we thank Kevin for his. Joan Skubish, where's Joan?
Over there.
Come on down, Joan. So I just spent yesterday with Joan because we were at the FANWOOD Scotch Plains Women's Club, that College Club, that just celebrated 90 years of actually raising money for women to go to college. 90 years ago. Think about that a group of women in our community understood the value of educating women and raised money and gave them scholarships. And it is as healthy today as it was then. And the room was packed of probably well over 100 women. And we had how many? 182. And we won lots of prizes, and it was all good. And I owe you some.
We did. We won some. We had a good time.
Okay, yes.
She did.
Okay, thank you, Joan. I went on a little tangent there. Oh, here, this is Jack, for Jack Muller. I want to thank him. He's been awesome. Moving on to our library, Jane Frost Guzzo, come on down. Thank you, Jane. Thank you. And Pat Plant. We love Pat Plant. So I have to say that Tom and Pat, who live in FANWOOD, are really of the community. And, you know, the fact that, one, you're a lovely couple, and each of you individually I like a lot, too. But thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you. So, Jen Koppel-Yuga was not able to come, but I'll give it to...
She's with the Girl Scouts.
Yep. Our chairwoman of our library board, Ann Minsky, who's been guiding the new library, which is no small feat, but it looks really good. So it looks really good. Okay, Mr. Lee, Bill Lee, who has retired from Lee's driving school, has been the planning board for probably like 18 years as my mayor's designee, so he was not able to come. This is a special one that we don't often see him come out to public meetings other than what he does, but I want to call forward Neil Pierce of the Recreation Commission. And a public display of affection.
Oh, my goodness.
Good, I'm out here now.
And no, you can't go anywhere. Like he's got a phobia of pictures. And a face and a name that so many of us know in our community because he's always adding value to any and all public events. My dear friend Bruce Saccharin.
You're not going to ask me how long I've been doing this?
Forever. Exactly. And Mike Kelly. Yeah. Mike Kelly. Mike, how long have you been on the Rec Commission, right? 14, 15. Yeah, right? It's awesome. So we love our trees here in FANWOOD, right? We know we love our trees because anytime we think about putting a sidewalk in, you're always talking about what it's going to do for the trees, or if we have, anything. And part of the stewardship of why we consider Arbor Day to be so important to us and a Tree City USA is because Steve Falco, who has really guided that commission for so many years. So I'm so glad he's here with us tonight. And also on the Shade Tree Commission, Joanne Munoz is here. Joanne. And thank you. And last but not least, how we communicate out our message and how it gets out there on the airwaves. We want to thank Mr. Lewis for all of his work with our TV 35. Tom, how do you want to get a nice group? Nice.
So everybody from Adele on, can you guys move to this side of the podium?
Oh, jeez.
Careful, Tom.
Okay, I'll scoot down. Okay, so you guys scoot in with me, right? So you want to have them on this side?
Stand right over here, all the way over this way.
Oh, okay, yeah, so just go down.
Cover these guys up.
Yep.
Just for-
Keep going down, Adele. Keep on going down. Keep, yeah, yeah.
Unless you
Keep
want to walk
going,
behind us.
keep going, keep going. You could probably come over behind me here. Right? 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 Yeah, Mike? Yes. So we're checking.
Nobody told me that.
There you go.
It puts us in the next tax bracket, Adele.
Steve, I don't think
Steve, no, you gotta come up. Tax bracket. That dollar.
Here, scoot over here, Mike, come on.
Oh, maybe.
No, he's tall, they can see him.
One step this way. And then just keep on moving in forward.
All right, keep on moving in, keep on moving in. All right, hold on, I'm gonna.
Gary, you might just scoot in a little, just squeeze in. All right, I see you hiding back there, Neil. All right, here we go. I see everybody. We're smiling right now. Yes. Nice, thank you very much.
Yay! Thank you. All right.
Adult?
So,
Give it a second.
Councilwoman Walsh, do you have the CASA?
Yes.
So I'm going to call you forward and Dina. Do you want to step forward?
Oh, you got it 67.
All right. So while we celebrate our volunteers, we also celebrate the fact that there are individuals out there that volunteer to do work that other people may not be able to do. They may feel sympathy, but they may not actually be able to lean in, get certified, and that is to deal with victims of child abuse. And CASA is an organization that is all over New Jersey that relies on volunteers that get certified and really deal with our most vulnerable who have been victimized. And so this month, there's little blue flags that you see on the lawns of a lot of the municipal buildings. So I'm going to call forward our Councilwoman Walsh and Dina to scoot in, and then you two can.
Thank you.
Okay. Whereas the Borough of FANWOOD in the state of New Jersey recognizes the problem of child abuse and neglect and is committed to helping its victims. And whereas court-appointed special advocates, CASA, of Union County recruits, trains, supports, and supervises community volunteers as advocates for children who have been removed from their homes due to neglect or abuse. And whereas CASA has a record of public service, protecting the safety and well-being of Union County's foster children, defending them from harm, and ensuring they are provided with the court-ordered services they need. And whereas CASA establishes and maintains effective relationships with the Family Court, the Division of Child Protection, Child Placement Review Board, Office of the Public Defender, Legal Aid, and other child-serving agencies and institutions in order to create a cooperative environment in which to best meet the needs of children. Now, therefore, the Borough Council of the Borough of FANWOOD hereby proclaim April 2023 as court-appointed Special Advocates of Union County Month in the Borough of FANWOOD and urges all residents to become aware of the work and mission of CASA of Union County. Let it be known we support the education efforts to raise awareness of the CASA program at the local level and the need for community members to provide a voice for the children in foster care. And we have Dina, who will say a few words.
Good evening. CASA of Union County extended its sincere gratitude to the mayor, council members, and the borough of Fernwood for this proclamation to bring attention to CASA of Union County work to protect the best interest of local youth victims in the child welfare system. There are several Fernwood residents here, and thank you again for stepping up with CASA of Union County and letting us plant the sea of blue flags you would have passed on your way into the Borough Hall this evening. Each flag represents 4 local youth in the child welfare system. Together, we can let local foster youth know that we see them, we hear them, and we support them during a time in life that should be carefree, not full of trauma, loss, and future of unknown. Thank you so much for helping change a child's history. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Tom, can we get a picture?
You're on the council. Can you step over behind, that's it. One more step. Thank you very much. And smile. Thank you.
April also, yes. And for anybody that would be interested in learning more about CASA, they have a pretty good website, and we have information here at Borough Hall. They are always, always looking for good men and women to go through the training. April is also the acknowledgement and raising awareness for autism. And so tonight, we are going to talk a little bit about a program that our FANWOOD Police Department has put together. I think we all have our hats that we got to put on. Anthony? Ruining our hair, but whatever.
I know. Anthony, if we could put it on, you have to.
It'll turn into a bad hair day.
Okay. You good? Okay. All right,
There
I'm
you
going to
go.
read the proclamation for Autism Awareness Month. Whereas autism spectrum disorder, ASD, a neurodevelopmental disorder, is the fastest growing developmental disability in the United States, affecting more than 3 million people. And whereas the lifelong nature of ASD and other developmental disabilities have a serious impact on the thousands of individuals and their families across New Jersey. And whereas, according to the National Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the number of children affected by autism nationally is now approximately 1 in 68, and approximately 1 in 41 children in New Jersey are diagnosed with autism. And whereas April 2nd has been designated World Autism Awareness Day to raise public awareness of this disorder and the myriad of issues surrounding it. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Fanwood hereby proclaim April 2023 as Autism Awareness Month. I also would like to bring recognition to our wonderful police officers and staff for supporting this as well.
Thank you, Council President, Mayor, members of the governing body. Thank you very much for your continued support. The Autism Awareness hats were the brainchild of Sergeant Dan Piccola. For the last several years, we've had magnets on our police cars, and this year Dan wanted to raise the bar again, as he so often does, and we were able to purchase hats for all members of the department. I'm joined here tonight by Officer Michael Rusin, Officer Tyler Flowers, and Officer Chris Pinheiro, who are wearing their hats on a regular basis. We're going to wear it for a few moments, but the officers are wearing their hats on a regular basis for the entire month. All of our officers receive training in a wide variety of subjects throughout the year, and autism awareness is one of those areas of training that we do provide our officers. So again, members of the governing body, thank you very much for your continued support.
Thank you.
Mayor, get behind everybody. Step up behind you for a quick picture.
Oh, sure. I don't have to get up, I'm not used to that.
What are we doing?
Can they,
We don't need to be in it.
okay. Okay, all right, so get where you can.
It's fine. You might want to push that hat down. Your head looks huge.
Yeah, no, the other way.
Push the hat down in the
Oh,
back.
in the back.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's better.
Okay, here we go, smile.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for telling me. I would have been like, nobody could tell me?
Thank you very much.
Also,
I think we should put them up
Yeah,
there.
I could put them up there.
there's a stretch in the back.
Thank you.
Good, how are you? Good.
Kathy, here, why don't you put it?
Who's next? Oh, okay.
Okay, moving on. April is also the month that we recognize our environment, and we recognize our environment locally with two events. The first is our very own Clean Communities Day. So Councilwoman Barker will go up, and I think we have members of, we have members of the committee that is here.
April 22nd, 2023. Whereas the Borough of FANWOOD recognizes the necessity for a clean community by participating in a program sponsored by the New Jersey State Department of Environmental Protection to help educate citizens in controlling litter in the borough. And whereas the borough participates in an Earth Day program through the borough's annual Clean Communities Day this year on Saturday, April 22nd, 2023. And whereas this year we will be participating in FANWOOD's 34th Earth Day / Clean Communities Day with concerned residents of FANWOOD and neighboring communities to reflect our commitment and resolve to create a safer, cleaner, and more livable community. And whereas the FANWOOD Clean Communities Committee, consisting of only 3 to 4 members since its inception, organize and implement a Clean Communities program to pick up litter in the borough and encourage positive behavior toward community improvement. And whereas concerned citizens, in cooperation with the Public Works Department and the Clean Community Committee, enthusiastically pick up, shovel, and haul litter left by environmentally unconcerned citizens. And whereas over 34 years, the Clean Community participants have collected over 80 bags of trash in FANWOOD each year because they are dedicated and committed to a safe and healthy community. And whereas the governing body recognizes the efforts of those dedicated citizens who formed an alliance to become stewards of the environment and whose efforts reduce waste, increase recycling, educate our leaders of tomorrow, and beautify FANWOOD. Now, therefore, I, Colleen Marr, and the Mayor of Borough the Mayor of FANWOOD and the Borough Council do hereby proclaim April 22nd, 2023 Clean Communities Day in the Borough of FANWOOD and publicly thank the volunteers, especially those that return year after year, to fight the deterioration of the environment, the donors who support this worthwhile event, and ask the citizens of this community to join the governing body in acknowledging the contributions of these committed citizens working for the benefit of others. Nothing is more powerful than the collective actions of a community.
So, Lynn, will you speak about this Saturday, please?
As in the proclamation, it is this Saturday. I invite all the residents to come on down. If you have a couple of hours, we start down at the south side of the train station at 8:30. We usually, as we have in the past, we get into the small groups, and particularly we go into the downtown area, the train station, the nature center, LeGrand Park, for example, and we spend a couple of hours just picking up recycling, litter, obviously, and you get rewarded at the end with some pizza.
Yeah.
You get rewarded in the beginning with some bagels.
There you go.
Graciously donated by FANWOOD Bagel. The giveaways this year, everybody wants to know about those. It's always a T-shirt. This year, I think Clint was able to get the metal straws this year, not the funky ones.
Yeah, the ones that we were like, oh, what is that?
Nice metal straws.
Oh, that's great.
I think, silicone sandwich bags.
Oh,
Snack
reusable.
bags.
That's nice.
And again, the T-shirts. So if you have a couple of hours, come on down.
Yeah,
Rain or shine.
Thank you. I think that, I want to thank you, because as the proclamation said, it's always just a very, very small group that actually puts this together, that shows up. Our DPW is there. They do a lot of work that day. It is amazing how much litter we do pick up. Like all over. And it really is a really fruitful way to spend the morning to taking care of our own community. Yeah, that's it. It's not bad at all, right? A cup of coffee, a bagel, and a piece of pizza at the end, and you meet some new friends.
Exactly.
So thank you. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing everybody. Okay, and keeping with that about the environment, as I mentioned before, we love our trees. So we have Arbor Day, and I'll ask Councilman Carter and Steve, are you here to accept for Arbor Day? Will you?
Steve and Joanne.
Joanne, oh, and Joanne, yeah, like there. Yes, please come forward to accept the proclamation and talk a little bit about the event.
Thank you for coming tonight. This proclamation is for Arbor Day 2023. Whereas trees play an important role in the ecosystem in which we live, and trees reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil, clean the air we breathe and water we drink, produce oxygen, provide habitat for birds and wildlife, and reduce heating and cooling costs by moderating temperature. And whereas trees provide increased property values, enhanced economic viability, and pleasing aesthetic qualities along streets and properties in municipalities. And whereas trees planted in parks and along streets create an enduring heritage for generations that follow. Now, therefore, Mayor Colleen Marr and the Council of the Borough of Fanwood do hereby proclaim April 28, 2023 as Arbor Day in the Borough of Fanwood, and urge all citizens to support efforts to protect our trees and to support our borough's urban forestry program. And further, I urge all citizens to plant and care for trees, to maintain our neighborhoods, and promote the well-being of present and future generations.
Just come forward and talk a little bit about the event. Just come forward and talk to us a little bit about the event.
All right, well, so next, not this Friday, the following Friday, we'll have our annual Arbor Day event. We have one every year. Starts at 4 o'clock. We'll be giving away seedlings. We invite the Nettingham Environmental Club to come and help us. They're going to put the seedlings in a little pot. And everybody that comes will get to take the seedling home, plant it in their backyard if they want. There'll be a couple of other nice things happening. DPW comes, they give a demonstration with their bucket truck, and we all have a good time. So everybody's invited to Arbor Day on the 28th. Thanks.
No, thank you, and really thank you for, again, it's a small but mighty committee that actually does a lot of good work in our community. Okay, and last but certainly not least is a recognition that the Borough of Fanwood, again, understanding our environment, understanding the landscape, so to speak, of what is around us, what is native. We are going to proclaim that we have a Borough Arboretum, thanks to the good work that Councilwoman Mitchell has brought back from the Environmental Commission, who has asked her to advocate for this. And so I think we have members of our... Oh, is it the shade tree? Oh, sorry. I was getting the shade tree and the confused. You all do good work with the environment. That's right. You are a team. It's all green.
Okay, they have been working on this for, a couple of years now. And it's establishing a borough arboretum. Whereas diversity of trees within the borough has been the goal of the Shade Tree Commission since its inception, and planting trees on municipal property has been in the Commission's planning board for the past 28 years. And whereas the Borough of Fanwood is recognized for its commitment to both trees and tree education by the Arbor Day Foundation as a Tree City USA for the past 29 years. And whereas the 6 acres encompassing the municipal complex and Carriage House Park include over 150 identified trees and 35 varieties of trees, some of which are nominated to the New Jersey Big Tree Registry. And whereas the second largest thorned honey locust tree in the state and the largest thornless honey locust tree in the state are within the designated area. And whereas Carriage House Park is used for outdoor education by the Nettingham Middle School Environmental Club and for the annual Arbor Day celebration. Be it resolved, the borough set aside this property to be used for public education and enjoyment now and for future generations. Now therefore, Colleen Marr, the mayor of the borough of Fanwood, does hereby designate the 6-acre municipal complex and Carriage House Park area as the Fanwood Arboretum. And for those of you who may have missed it, on our cable channel, you can see a video that one of our residents has made and that has gone into the history of so many of the trees that are on borough property here. Some of them are, as this proclamation says, are very, very old trees and healthy trees. So we do thank the Shade Creek Commission for being resilient and determined.
And determined.
I was looking for a little bit better word, but determined is fine, to finally get this done. And so I will present this to you, but I have to editorialize for a second, Mayor, if I may.
Of course you may.
You know, all of you here I have had the privilege and honor of working with mostly all of you throughout my tenure here, and I have to say, and my council mates have heard me say on an occasion, that without all of your volunteers, you know, you are the ones who make us look good. So thank you for all of your work.
Tom, do you want to give a picture? Thank you. Well, it's a full month in April. A full month. All right, moving on, we're going to have a motion to open the meeting to the public. May I have a motion?
So moved.
A second? All in favor? Aye. I'd like to call forward any members of the community that are here this evening that wish to make a public comment. Come up to the podium and just please state your name and address for the record.
All right, Gary Zelk, 57 North Avenue. Thank you, everybody, Mayor and Council, for recognizing everybody, and we want to thank you for all your support over the years as well to help the Environmental Commission do their work. One of the things that we've done that started back in the 70s is a environmental resource inventory, which some of you may have copies of, and if you don't have copies, we can arrange to get you either a digital or a printed copy. And what the environmental resource inventory does kind of goes through the whole town and says, what kind of resources do we have? Do we have wells? Do we have any mineral resources? Do we have trees? What kind of vegetation do we have? We have a nature center, so on and so forth. And this document, you would think a town like Fanwood, which is mostly developed, wouldn't have much to say, but our book is pretty thick, filled with a lot of information. So, again, anybody from the public interested in that as well. And I have to say, back in the first environmental resource inventory, which appeared in 1976, and at that time, they identified 6 state record trees that were in Fanwood. Unfortunately, some of them have succumbed, like the white oak on Martine. But it's amazing that a small town like Fanwood would have 6 state record trees. So hopefully, some of the trees that the Shade Tree is planting in the future may reach that status again. So thank you all. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'd like to get a copy of that. If you could maybe give to Raina, send an updated electronic version of that inventory so that she could pass it back, because I do think that it's worth, you know, some of the members.
I might have one in my car.
You might have one in your car, but you must not clean your car out.
It does have a lot of tremendous information in it, and some
since
of
we-
our hopes for things of Fanwood in the future.
Let's say in respect to our Shade Tree Commission, We'll all like a digital copy.
Yeah, keep our environmental footprint.
Save a tree, digital copy.
So, and just real quick, so Antonius, we are through our master plan this year doing resiliency.
There's a green element.
There's a green element, so I'm glad that you guys from the Shade Tree and the Environmental Commission are here. We have to update elements of our master plan every so often, and this year, on tonight, I think, is hiring the planner, and we've chosen, I think, 3 or 4 elements.
The whole thing, actually.
Well, one is,
It's gonna be for the whole thing. That's what's on for tonight.
what whole thing?
The whole master plan.
But we're only picking so many elements, I thought. Right, we're gonna do the resiliency element, we're gonna do the green element, and like the historic element?
So those, and then the build out of the land development. Did you say land development?
No, okay. So I bring it up because, it's going to be important to engage our boards that this is sort of in their wheelhouse. So look forward to having some robust discussions on updating the master plan, which is our underlining document that guides a lot of the stuff that we do here. Because it's time that we have to do it. It'll be going on over the next 2023. Okay, thank you. For the oaths of our officers, our firefighters, that's going to be postponed, I think, to May 15th. Anybody else wish to come forward? If not, can I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next are 3 ordinances that are going to be called up for first reading. So under public safety, Councilwoman Walsh,
Yes.
and we'll talk a little bit about what it is and.
I introduce ordinance number 02023-03R. This is an ordinance of the Borough of FANWOOD, County of Union, and State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 280 requiring monthly and daily permits for parking at the FANWOOD train station. And so in the areas of the FANWOOD train station lot, we have clearly marked spaces available from 5 a.m. to 12 p.m., excluding Saturdays and Sundays and holidays. And then after 12, it is free. And daily parking is only in the stalls marked for daily parking, and that fee is $6 per day from 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. So,
Okay, so this is clarifying and really just, clarifying, what we're doing in the train station, because there was a little ambiguity and some concerns.
I
And
have
all,
a question.
yes,
Does the machine at the parking at the train station get updated to reflect all that?
yes,
yes.
For daily permits only.
yes, because you can only either go there and pay daily, or you'll have your permit, which we issue. So if you don't have one, you walk over to the machine, and then when that changes, I think that's always done sometimes in conjunction with transit as well.
Yes, that's right.
Were we going to put the actual fee in the ordinance? Weren't we? Were we putting the $6 in the ordinance versus?
Yeah.
Because we're not changing that.
The $6
Right, but let's
is
say
not-
next year it's 7. Do we need to revise the ordinance, or do we just pass a resolution
We
changing
just
the fee?
pass a resolution, right?
Sorry, what's the question? On the train
For-
station?
Yeah,
Because
we're
the
not-
ordinance does have $6 in it.
But that's done by New Jersey Transit, so you can't just.
Oh, okay.
That's daily. You can't unilaterally set that fee.
Okay,
That's
so
gotta
then it
come
doesn't
from New
matter
Jersey
if it's in
Transit.
Okay.
Oh.
The monthly permit we'll do by resolution.
Okay, got it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why it was left alone.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, so we called that up, I need a second on that?
Second.
And then, you do a voice vote, right? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, just making sure. All
Okay.
right, next.
I introduce ordinance number 0202304-R, an ordinance of the Borough of FANWOOD, County of Union, and State of New Jersey, amending the Chapter 67 fee scheduling for fingerprinting services. And this is also just kind of updating our fingerprinting fee. applicants for private employment, local or state licenses, immigration documents, taxi driver's license shall be $25 for FANWOOD residents and $50 for non-residents of the borough.
Okay.
So-
May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments, questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
It's kind of weak.
I move the ordinance.
Oh, I thought she read it.
So I move that ordinance number 02023-03R be adopted on first reading, and if adopted, advertise the ordinance as required by law, and the second reading of said ordinance be held at a public hearing at Borough Hall, 75 North Martin Avenue, on May 15th, 2023, at 7 p.m., or soon thereafter, as the matter can be heard.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next.
All right. I introduce ordinance 0-2023-05R, an ordinance of the Borough of FANWOOD, County of Union, State of New Jersey, amending the Chapter 156 Fire Prevention Inspection and Fees. And that you have in your packet all the fees and the description that we're updating.
And this was done in conjunction with our
These came directly from the fire official.
fire official. Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Okay.
I move that ordinance 0-2023-05R be adopted on first reading. If adopted, that the clerk advertise the ordinance as required by law, and that the second reading of said ordinance be held at a public hearing at Borough Hall, 75 North Martin Avenue, FANWOOD, on May 15th, 2023, at 7 o'clock, or as soon thereafter as the matter can be heard.
May I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. The next ordinance is going to be called up for a second reading and a public hearing, but I also know that we had sent representatives last Friday over to Kane College because the New Jersey State Film Commission hosted a day-long or half-a-day seminar to all municipalities in Union County on how to be film-ready. Because, again, there's a lot going on in the film industry in New Jersey. There's tax credits, there's a lot of studios that are being built. So, Liz, I believe you went with Raina? Okay, so do either one of you just want to kind of, Liz? So I asked Raina to go, right, as our, with the borough administrator, but also there's a really heavy economic development component to this. It's really driving businesses into FANWOOD, right, to film, and then we benefit from all the ancillary money that they're spending in town, whether it's in, our bagel shops, whether it's, doing whatever. So I think we are really in a great position because we're kind of a little ahead of the curve tonight because we're actually doing a second reading, public hearing to adopt this. But why don't you just high level talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. So everything has gotten pretty sophisticated in scouting out for sites for filming and in producing filming, and the ability to do things in New Jersey has been increasingly in demand because of the cost and operationally how challenging it can be in New York. So it's just a natural sort of overflow of the market demand, for filming, and because we have a lot of, fantastic locations. So what's basically happened is they've created sort of film-ready communities that they already have in place, and they have a vast library of shooting, filming opportunities, etc. So there's a 5-step process for your township to become a film-ready township. And the first of which is to pass the ordinance, and then you will designate the liaison, who would be the person processing the permits, and we establish the borough procedure. And then what I thought was most impressive, and if you ever feel like tinkering around, looking at the film industry, at the New Jersey, website, the film, motion picture and television commission website, they have a library of just thousands of photos of each town. So they asked, once we do this ordinance, I guess we would have someone in the borough, not saying who, go take pictures of 15 really wonderful shots.
15 shots, 15 money shots.
15 awesome shots of, great, spectacular film opportunities in the borough. And then really, that's it. And then I think you have to make a list of local support, whether it's catering or restaurants, or just, to make it easy, right? Anything
Right.
else on
They,
this?
they also said that if we wanted, they can bring a representative out and we can actually tour them around town so they can see locations that they can take the pictures of with our liaison, if it's, to make the job easier for the liaison. There's a heavy police component to it and fire safety.
Sure.
There was an hour and a half on fire safety and traffic control with the police and with the emergency services. So it's not
Yeah,
just
because they can come in and they can kind of like just take over like a section of town or a street. And
Correct.
Just need
Well, we
to,
have a lot of good models, so I think we
Yeah.
recommended the ordinance and then this code of conduct. It covers a lot of different things, like, not blocking people's private spaces if you don't have to. It covers a lot of those other things. And, Cranford does a lot of filming lately. So
Yep.
their police officer was there talking about, their process, and I know he knows you well. So, I mean, we've got a lot of good examples to sort of take best practices from in regard to, particularly in regard to police and fire.
Being a municipality on a train line makes us very appealing to film crews coming out of New York because they want to get everybody who's a transit community. It just makes things easier when
step right off and you're right there.
They step right off. But there's a lot to it. It is very simple on our end as a municipality, but there's a lot to it. We are encouraging entrepreneurship with our local businesses. We are making this friendly and accommodating to the film crews because it's not just, it's the scouts, it's the actual production,
Yeah,
it's the
there's a whole
directors, it's the
business.
actors. I know I've worked in other municipalities where they're film-ready communities, and it can be a real boost if you do it right and you solicit or make yourself desirable to these companies.
Which is why I think it's very important to have the rules of engagement so that everybody knows expectations right off the bat. So tonight, we're going to take a big step because we're actually, doing the second reading and the adoption, which the ordinance we have is actually the model of the New Jersey Film Commission that I'd gotten my hands onto. And then the four other pieces of that, which is, I guess, the permitting, sort of uploading X amount of pictures to the state website, the liaison, and the code of conduct. And then ultimately, I think we'll end up putting something on our website that, it can be easily navigated. Did they give you?
And the state will link to us. There's a QR code that we can have on our website and will be a part of the state website. So it'll really mirror each other and work in conjunction. And we need to do a resolution subsequent to the ordinance to adopt the code of conduct.
Okay.
They give us a model, but Cranford, as Liz was speaking to, has a great code of conduct
Yeah.
that was praised at the event.
So we can grab theirs?
Yes.
Yes, no, it's perfect. And then do they give us the permit?
The permit form, various towns have different forms. Even with the model ordinance, the NJ Film Ready representative said there are things that you could tweak and change in the model that they would recommend. So don't be surprised if months down the road, once we get into it, we find that we want to tweak and amend it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
So
so
the ordinance goes, and then subsequently a resolution will go for the code of conduct?
Yes.
And then
Next
is there a
meeting.
formal adoption of the permit form? No.
No,
Okay.
the form just has the
so
correspondence.
just
to
really the
ordinance.
next action as the governing body is the code of conduct. The
Yes.
ordinance and the code of conduct, and then everything else is just a creation.
Liaison.
Right, right. Okay.
Right.
So one other thing, there was a typo in the ordinance, so that was.
That was corrected.
Okay. So that they distinguish, just for knowledge, they distinguish between how you handle someone that's a motion picture or a television series, and, it's basically based on the budget. So originally it's a $5 million budget, we basically categorize it as a major film. And obviously the fees and those things associated with something that's larger are different than what it would be a small production company or a nonprofit production company.
And ours does that, right?
Yes.
Like, so I didn't really go back and look at that,
Yeah,
but we're
yeah.
comfortable what we're passing tonight.
Scale.
Okay.
So-
All right, perfect, thank you, appreciate it, perfect. So, Councilman Carter, if you want to call up.
All right, so I want to start by acknowledging our illustrious borough attorney for his hard work and his professional acumen and his commitment and dedication. to
commitment
our
would be a
FANWOOD
good word.
residents and putting this-
Committed.
Yeah, and putting this together
Yes.
to make sure,
Torturous.
yeah, torturous, but making sure we're covered on all facets. So Thank you, Mr. Russ Huber.
Thank you.
Esquire. Now I call up the second reading. This is step one of the 5 steps. Ordinance number 2023-02-R, and request that the clerk, having produced affidavit of publication, also read the ordinance by title.
An ordinance of the Borough of FANWOOD, County of Union, and State of New Jersey, enacting Chapter 150 of the Borough Code for Films and Motion Pictures.
Thank you. I move that a public hearing be held on said ordinance.
I'd like to have a motion to open the meeting to the public on the ordinance.
He moves.
Oh, you second it?
Second.
Give me a second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, like to call up any members of the public that wish to make comment on this ordinance? Seeing that there isn't any, may I have a motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, so what I'd like to do is ask again Borough Attorney Hugel to just explain the elements of the ordinance.
Didn't you just do it?
Come on, should have happened
I think
before.
it's him. We just did it.
Should have happened before. Got ahead of yourself.
Okay.
Put him on the
Let's
spot.
stick to the script.
Well, the ordinance, well, what we're doing is we're creating a whole new subchapter in the Borough Code for film ordinances. So there's an application process, somebody wants to come in, they have to get a permit. I'm not looking at it, but I think with the fees are set in the ordinance. And at that, the application will then have whether or not you need to shut down a street, have police, all those particulars and details that are in connection with it. We try to, one of the revisions that we went through was streamlining the ordinance, because I think the original version was a little cumbersome, and the mayor was very adamant on streamlining the process, so it really puts the borough administrator in a pivotal role for approval of the permitting process. So that made it a whole lot easier, the revisions that you guys went through and approved over the last fall when we went through the revisions, so I think you guys should be happy with the final product.
Thank you.
So, thank you. So I move that this ordinance be adopted on second reading and final passage, and if adopted, be published by law.
May I have a second? Have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Banks,
Yes.
Barry is excused. Carter,
Affirm.
McElroy Barker,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
carried.
Okay, thank you. So we are on our way to be a film-ready community. Yay! Next, under the consent agenda, these were items that were discussed at our agenda meeting. If there is any council member that wishes to remove anyone for more discussion? If not, I'll ask our Chair of A&F, Councilman Carter, to read the title and then move them.
Okay, you want me to move them all?
Yeah, you can move them all, but I think you should just read the title into the record for the people at home.
Okay. Reading the titles into the record for our people at home. All right, so we'll start with Resolution 2023-04-87, accepting the monthly tax collection report for March 2023. Next, we have 2023-04-88, authorizing the payment of claims for April 2023. Next, we have 2023-04-89, authorizing an emergency temporary appropriation. And we have 2023-04-90, authorizing the Borough of FANWOOD to enter into a cooperative purchasing agreement with the New Jersey Cooperative Purchasing Alliance. And we have 2023-04-91, authorizing the Borough of FANWOOD to enter into a cooperative pricing agreement with the Hunterdon County Educational Services Commission. And last, for A&F, we have 2023-04-92, authorizing the close of the municipal offices on July 3rd, 2023.
Kathy, would you read yours into the record, please?
Okay. Resolution 2023-04-93, authorizing the borough to enter into an agreement with a construction firm for the improvements to the ADA ramps within the borough.
Councilwoman Walsh, you have the next two.
2023-04-94, implementing increases as per the collective bargaining agreement with the FANWOOD Police Department, and 2023-04-95, authorizing the hiring of a full-time administrative assistant for the police department.
Okay, those were read into the record. May I have a second?
Second.
And may I have a roll call, please?
Banks?
Yes.
Barry is excused. Carter?
Affirm.
McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Okay, hold on. Moving on under resolutions, Councilman Carter.
Yes. Okay, I'll move resolution 2023-04-97, authorizing a tax payment refund.
May I have a second?
Second.
I just have a question. Is there a reason why we see so many this month?
So this is for CoreLogic, which is a large third-party mortgage holder, and they don't come to us on a regular basis every time they have an overpayment. We kind of let it go for the year of 2022, so we're just paying them back what we owe them for last year.
How can we get them to forfeit that?
Well, years ago, they never came back for it, and they realized how much
They were leaving on the table.
and they now want it back. It usually happens when the mortgage company pays and then a resident pays, and then somebody gets their money back.
Got it. Okay, so I have a motion, do I have a second, and then may I have a roll call, please?
Pardon me. Banks?
Yes.
Barry is excused. Carter?
Affirm.
McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Next.
Thank you. Next, we have resolution 2023-04-98, authorizing the borough attorney to discharge the borough lien on block 39, lot 22, commonly known as 363 Midway Avenue.
Okay, I have a second, please?
Second.
And may I have a roll call?
Banks?
Yes.
Barry is excused. Carter?
Affirm.
McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you. Next, we have resolution 2023-04-99, authorizing a raffle license to the Greater Westfield Area Chamber of Commerce Foundation.
Okay, this is for Fan Jam, I believe this is, July 9th. All right, did I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Voice vote.
Sorry?
Isn't it for 1 year? For 1 year? Or is it just for an isolated event?
It's for an isolated event.
Oh, okay. So, but we're going to do one at Shop Small, they have to get another one.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Voice
Mayor,
vote.
it's a voice vote.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next.
Resolution 2023-04-100, approving fire department memberships.
What is that?
The 3 new firefighters?
Oh, I see that weren't here this evening?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so.
But they need to go to the academy, so we still need to adopt their resolution.
Okay, and then we'll just do the formal.
We'll do them
formality.
at the regular meeting, May 15th.
Okay, and those names, I think were on here, right? Peter Jimenez, Blaze Perlotta, and Christopher Tripodi?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, do I have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Public Works?
I move resolution 2023-04-101, authorizing the borough to enter into an agreement for the preparation of elements for the master plan.
Second.
I'm just reading it. Okay. So we didn't have to put in what it was costing?
It's the very bottom.
It's the last paragraph of each.
Oh, there it is. Yep, thank you. Thank you. It was just, okay, so we talked about this earlier, so we need to get this
I'll have the
underway.
elements if you want to.
Yep, I actually saw them, they were in the,
Okay.
they're in the resolution, right?
All
revision of the borough's land use element, statement of relationships, preparation of a historic preservation plan, preparation of green buildings, and environmental sustainability plan. That's where we're kind of jumping in this year.
Right, but then the next,
There are two others after that.
the next one is for the remaining portion of the master plan.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't following
TNM
before.
broke it up into two proposals.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you. So we had a second on that, and may I have a roll call, please?
Banks?
Yes.
Barry's excused. Carter?
Affirm.
McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you. I think it's going to be just very important that those who are liaisons to committees of which this is going to affect, historic preservation, there's going to be an element, land use, anything with the green and the environmental is also,
So the next one includes community facilities.
right?
Utilities plan,
Yep.
open space, which is
right.
recycling,
Yep.
circulation, and housing.
Right. So, right, so this is all, it's a lot of work, but it's good work for us to do, because this is really what's going to set us out over the next decade, 2 decades, or,
Hopefully longer than that.
yeah, 40, long after we're gone, so our fingerprints will be all over this, so pay attention.
The last one was done in '98, so.
Right.
you know,
It really sets, it's the basis of which we do everything, is the master plan. It's everything that we do, every decision we make should go back to this, so it's going to be important to be very interactive with this, so, okay, thank you. So, did we take a roll call vote on that?
We should.
Yep, you should.
I didn't
Oh,
know if
no,
I
we
did.
didn't even get a second on the second. We took the roll call on the first
Second.
TNM. Okay. Carter is the second. Now you can have a roll call if you like.
Okay. Roll call?
Banks?
Yes.
Barry is excused. Carter?
Affirm.
McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Okay, so that was 102, so 103?
I'm confused. Did we just do 102? I thought we just did 101.
I think we did basically
we
101 and 102.
Okay.
You're on that one for me.
Okay. Now I move resolution 2023-04-103, authorizing the borough to enter into an agreement with a contractor for the installation of electrical power for new HVAC at the building department and tax office located on the borough property.
Second.
We did 101, not 102.
We
She
didn't
just
do
said we
102?
did it
I
together.
thought we did. I thought,
Councilman Banks made the second on 101. Councilman Carter made the second on 102
Both passed unanimously.
with individual roll calls.
okay. We'll just keep moving, as long as we have it there. Okay. So 103?
103 and 104, the HVAC upstairs is kind of weird, where if it's hot on the one side of the building, it's cold on the other side of the building, and vice versa. So we're going to separate those systems and get them split units in the other 2 rooms to make it a better working environment.
So what is the difference between the 2 resolutions if the titles are basically the
One's
same?
just for the electrical.
One is for electric. We had, the HVAC
103 is
companies don't
electrical.
do the electric, and we have to hire 2 different companies.
Upgrade the electrical.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Same title, 2 different companies.
Yep.
2 different electricians in the
No, no,
same
no,
building?
one is engineer.
One electrician
One
and
electrician.
one HVAC.
One's, oh, I see. Okay, got it. Okay,
Okay, so we're just moving the
First one.
103 first.
Yep.
Is that correct?
yes.
Yes.
Just 103.
Okay.
So I have a second, may I have a roll
It's been a
call?
long night.
We're tired.
It's been a long night.
Just do 103.
Okay. This is the roll call on 103. Banks?
Yes.
Barry's excused. Carter?
Affirm.
McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
Okay, now I move resolution 2023-04-104, and this is authorizing the borough to enter into an agreement with a contractor for the installation of the new HVAC at the building department and tax office located on borough municipal property.
Second.
Roll call.
Banks?
Yes.
Barry is excused. Carter?
Affirm.
McElroy Barker?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Walsh?
Yes.
Carried.
I move resolution 2023-04-105, And this is authorizing the hiring of a full-time mechanic operator for the Department of Public Works.
Second.
Okay, and this is taking place with the retirement?
Yes, with the
Is-
retirement,
yep.
yes. And I think he begins like May
Yeah.
8th, I think.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Robert Kurtz, I think,
Right.
retired after decades with us, right?
Over 25 years.
Over 25 years. Okay, perfect.
Our head of DPW is pretty excited about this.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so we have a first, a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, well, we welcome Tony Marquez, which I think will be starting in a couple weeks. And last but not least, under rec,
I move 2023-04-106, authorizing a salary adjustment for recreation employees. I think we've talked about this a while ago. It's
Yeah.
for the summer counselors.
okay, may I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Banks,
Yes.
Barry's excused, Carter,
Affirm.
McElroy Barker,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you. Moving on under, there is no unfinished or old business, moving into standing committee reports, administration and finance, Councilman Anthony Carter, is there anything that you wish to share?
Well, good evening. We had our meeting last Monday, general council meeting last Monday, where we discussed the sewer rates, and we're still in the process of our final compilation. Numbers have been sent by our CFO to our auditors to take a look at those, as well as our proposed operating budget numbers. And once those are returned, we can move forward.
Thank you. I know everyone's been working hard and long on this. Okay, moving on under public safety, Councilwoman Walsh.
Thank you. So first, we want to say thank you to the police department for the hats and for the recognition of autism awareness. This is the March 2023 monthly summary. The department handled 1,169 calls for service, an average of 37 per day. We had 150 traffic enforcement details, 321 building security checks. There were 93 park and walk details, as well as responding to 44 medical calls and 30 fire and burglar alarms. During this month, 150 vehicles were stopped for traffic violations, resulting in a total of 127 summonses. 87 were for moving violations, 40 were for parking violations. Various officers attended different training classes, and the police department is working with Scotch Plains Fanwood High School Art Department on a project where members of the art club will come in and paint a mural inside the police headquarters,
Nice.
which will be really, really beautiful.
Nice, it's different.
It is.
In the lobby?
In our law enforcement side of the building. We
Okay.
have a big wall, there's some cabinets that we're getting rid of a lot of documents, so we're gonna have this space, and we're working with the art department. They're gonna give us a draft first, so I'll share that with you.
That's good.
Yes, please. What's gonna be there, and
Yes.
we'll have to be in the building, but they're able to do it during school days and get
Lovely.
credit for it.
I think that's awesome. That's,
It'll
we've
look
never
really
done that
good.
before.
It'll
so
brighten
that's
it all
good.
up. It's nice.
The same people who wrote on the wall over there. The same people who drew on the wall over there.
This coming Wednesday, April 19th, Sergeant Dan Picola will be receiving the Scotch Plains Fanwood Knights of Columbus Shield Award, given to first responders that go above and beyond the call of duty. And there were 0
Tomorrow.
arrests during this month.
Is that tomorrow?
That's Wednesday night?
Wednesday.
Father Milligan Award.
Is that
Okay.
tomorrow? That's
No,
tomorrow.
it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
Okay, I am not
Oh,
able
right.
to go, so.
Planning board.
Yeah, somebody's got to go. Right. Yeah, someone's got to go. Okay.
Planning board,
Okay.
master plan introduction.
Do you want me to do,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, under,
Wait, Erin has her report.
oh,
You
under
want me to do-
public safety?
I
Sure.
don't think we have fire, right?
No.
Okay. But I'll do the rescue squad. So this is for the month of March. So the rescue squad has been trying to be a bit more specific about, or accurate, I guess, about their insufficient crew calls, and they've reached out to the county to get really a more accurate number of insufficient crew calls. So this month, it did jump to about 50%
Of what?
of their calls were insufficient crew calls. They had 11 calls that were, for which they had insufficient crew to respond.
Okay.
But they had a total of 21 calls this month, and no mutual aid calls. So the majority of calls were respiratory, cardiac, and sick individuals, most of whom were taken to Overlook. And there were a couple events that they hosted. The Daisy Troop came to see them. They visited a woman, Jean Trump, who turned 100.
Former mayor's wife.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Happy birthday. And I think the last thing that's important, actually, there were 3 members that are pending paperwork to move into the organization who will be ready to go on calls. So that's good. Congratulations to them. One already has CPR certification. And unfortunately, as of April 4th, Captain Ian Lewis has stepped away, taken a leave of absence from his duties on the rescue squad, both as the captain and as a member of the rescue squad. Brian Downing, who is currently on the rescue squad, and we met the other day. He is an RN and works for our WJBH system, and he is taking over as interim captain. So congratulations to him. And we just wanted to thank Ian Lewis for all that he's done. He's been terrific to work with, and the rescue squad has been lucky to have him. So we thank him. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to concur with that.
Yeah.
It's great. All right, moving on under Public Works, Councilwoman Mitchell.
Okay. First, I will have the Public Works report as submitted by Clinton Dixon, our Public Works personnel. Okay, so they've been, now that it's spring, they really are into a lot of cleanup in the community. Let me see. So many
The
things
tools
that
look nice.
they do, we just take for granted. They are back to sweeping, dragging the baseball fields 3 times a week to get ready for all the baseball games that are going to occur. They've been doing a lot of the shade tree pruning and elevation. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 locations this past month throughout the borough. As an aside there, we not only have our Shade Tree Commission who does this, but by having Public Works doing a lot of this work, we don't have to, that's just part of their job. We don't have to pay an outside contractor to do the smaller things that they can do. So that's a big asset for us. And as mentioned, in the parks, there has been, unfortunately, and this is a constant problem, of vandalizing of the bathrooms at Forest Road Park. And there's also a broken window at Forest Road Park. There are also several incidences of graffiti on the skateboard walls. So I don't know how things like that can be rectified, but I guess we're working on that.
I'm going to stake the place out.
Good.
I'm gonna
Somebody
stake it
needs
out.
to stake it out. Like, I think we need cameras.
Yeah, video camera.
Yes,
I
and
do, I'm
yeah, there's
sorry.
also a real
Brought
issue
this
of
up
just
a few
litter.
years ago,
There's
but-
there's also just a issue of just litter.
Right.
Of just
But
litter.
Kathy, Director Bramhall did send us a note that they were going to locate cameras. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
We're going to look into that.
Right.
The recycling center will be open on April 7th, and this is specifically for the safe, for self-service.
April 7th?
As you heard earlier in the evening, the Clean Communities Day will be this coming Saturday, the 23rd, at 8:30 at the South Side train station. And this is where families, for those of you who are new in the borough, and we do have a lot of new families, they gather there and they go around picking up litter. And as Lynn said earlier, there will be donuts and bagels and water, and then afterwards you get a little slip of paper saying that you have done all this work and you can go get a slice of pizza. The leaf pickup program will begin in all quadrants on the 18th, April 18th, and the brush pickup programs for the northeast and northwest quadrants will be starting April 25th, and the southeast and southwest quadrants will begin May 2nd. And as far as I know, there have been no more reported home inspections needed for property maintenance. Let me see. And Antonius, I guess, has worked on the the tree removal ordinance, that comes under Public Works also, so I think that, as you said, it has gone to Russ now, or are you still?
I did, I just need to finish one more section.
Okay. All right, thank you. And for Shade Tree, I think if you were here most of the evening, you know that Arbor Day will be 2 Fridays from now. Forget the exact date. At 4 p.m. at the Pocket Park. The Nettingham School Children, the Environmental Club, usually come and they do a presentation, usually a little poem or something about trees. There will be 50 trees that will be given away, so that anybody, and we don't know what kind of trees yet they will be. They won't be picked up until the 23rd. Also, there will be a demonstration by by Public Works for the bucket truck, and the kids just love this because one of the Austin goes up in the bucket truck and he smacks a piñata and all the candy falls down and the trees. The kids just love it. So it's really a fun day. Beginning May, they will begin to plant the trees on the properties in town. They have 28 to 30 trees, and actually this amount of people would like trees planted on their property, so they have, they pretty much have all of the people staked out, all of the homes staked out. They've all been sent letters. If they change their mind, they could just have to get in touch with us and we won't plant a tree there. Let me see. And the poetry series will resume. Since COVID, that has kind of been on a hiatus. So they are going to, it will be Sunday, May 7th at 2 p.m. and it will be via Zoom. And it will be featuring the poet Maria Gillum. And apparently, I'm really not into poetry, so, but she, like Adele, has all kinds of accreditations.
Is that tomorrow?
Pardon?
Oh, May 7th?
May 7th,
Oh,
yes.
is that the one that the county's doing, or is that the one that she's doing?
No, the one that she's doing.
I'm buying her a
Okay.
book of poems.
Let me read you a little Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah, she's doing it.
Kath, I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
So, just real quick, Kath, just real quick. So, Raina, is it tomorrow that the carriage house is being used by the county?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I think so. Tom, is that tomorrow night?
Call it a birthday present.
That's it.
Remember, the county,
The 18th, what's the 18th, tomorrow?
the
Yeah,
county
the 18th is
asked
tomorrow.
us to hold a poetry reading at the carriage house tomorrow. So I just need to make sure that it's set up. They had contacted us. They've been promoting it. I think it was in our e-blast, right, Tom?
I think Pat's been.
I believe Pat coordinated it.
Okay, just make sure that, the place is sparkling.
This tomorrow evening.
Yeah, I don't know if chairs, if we should probably have chairs set up, I'm assuming.
On top of it.
Okay, thanks. Just want to make sure. Because they don't come here often, so want to make sure we're,
Okay, and we get that straightened out?
we'll know tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm buying Kathy a book of poetry.
Okay, continue, Kathy.
Thank you. Oh, let me see, what else? Our music series began last Saturday. Here again, that was at the Carriage House, and it will be for the next 3 months. The second Saturday of the month, and it was at 7 o'clock, and apparently, my understanding is it was very well attended.
Oh, it was sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
over 50 people there, which is a big crowd, and it was an awful night to be out.
Yeah,
It was-
yeah, it was.
Is it gonna, are they gonna be held though at Forest Road after this because of the construction?
Yes.
At the
Okay, and
carriage
that's
house?
already being, they know that?
Yes,
And
they know
they've-
that. Dan Murphy was in today.
Okay,
The next 2 events, May and
Right, they're at Forest Road, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
And also, the ministerium will meet tomorrow, and their plans, well, they're in the talking about having a national night out, national prayer service again, which is the
Yeah.
first Thursday of
They
every.
used to do that.
Yeah, so I don't know if we'll discuss it tomorrow. I don't know whether they have enough time to get it organized for this year.
It's around the corner.
After, being on a hiatus because of COVID. So things are just beginning to roll.
Tomorrow?
No.
What, tomorrow? It's the
Tomorrow,
meeting.
and tomorrow, and tomorrow.
It's the meeting.
Creeps
where
forth
they
at
will
this petty
decide.
pace from day to day.
He's reading your
poetry.
He just told me. And the sun will come out.
Actually, in my book club, tomorrow, Thursday night
And you
is
compliment each other so nice with the
Did you see
pink.
this? We spoke before we arrived.
And you heard what I told them.
Yes, we heard it.
We all heard you, Jen.
We all heard you. They heard you down here. Okay, moving on. Gina is not here.
I'm finished.
Jeff. Sorry.
Literally and figuratively.
I'm gonna have Councilman Walsh read the historical report
Sure,
first
thank
before I
you.
go into-
Yep, I have Historic Preservation Committee for the March meeting. Spring visits to the museum by the elementary schools are being scheduled. Brunner is coming on June 8th. The guest speaker series will resume in the fall. They have their first speaker for October. The Union County Office of Culture and Heritage Affairs has asked us and the Historical Preservation Committee to start planning for events for the American Revolution 250th anniversary. The initial idea is to have a reenactment of the march down Martine Avenue to the Battle of Short Hills and Ash Swamp, with an encampment event on the grounds of Borough Hall, right in the front area. It sounds really great,
Well,
I
with
have
the
to say.
plaque.
With the
and
plaque
benches.
and everything, and everybody will march down, and.
And
sounds
when is
ver-
this?
This is,
For the American.
The 250th
50th birthday,
anniversary.
yeah, the country's birthday.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so they're planning for that. And a thank you to the borough for having their table at the College Club fundraiser. They appreciated it. And that's
very
it.
cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Also, I want, on behalf of the library, a very big thank you to Antonius and everybody involved with the air conditioning and heating unit, because they're really,
Oh, they are
really
very
happy with it.
happy.
I was going to say, it's all done?
Yeah, yes, they're very happy with it, so I just want to say thank you. A report on the new library, it is going up faster than I can possibly imagine.
They're waiting for permits, and, they're trying to speed it up even faster, but the
Wow.
permits process is a process,
Yeah.
and they get through it, and they're working on it, so they're hustling.
They are hustling, I'll tell you that much. It's going to be done pretty quick.
Okay.
So, that's what I got. Oh, one more, Memorial Day Parade. Okay.
Coming up before you know it.
It will be here before you know it. I think from our last meeting, we are still iffy on who's doing the,
Invitation?
yes.
Okay, so we have to get our ceremony,
They haven't got anybody to confirm that.
okay, at least here in place, right? So at the next meeting, Oshanda should be recognized. When is the meeting in?
May 15th?
Okay, that's perfect. So we'll have to invite the entire committee to Fanwood to honor her there. Excuse me. I think the biggest thing is making sure that we have our program. I think Pat's working on that.
Yes, we had a Zoom meeting last week. You were on it, Mayor. And they hashed out a lot of things it was during that day before the committee meeting that evening. And they
Okay.
hashed out a lot of things. We're going to be at the train station.
Yep.
Instead of the library site or.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we're going to have all of.
Sitting outside of the.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, it's going to have a
In the
beautiful
dirt
wrap.
pile.
So yeah, they hashed everything out. So Pat's been in communication with Oshanda. So I think we're going to be in good shape.
Very cool. And I also reached out to our DPW about possibly trimming our future Christmas tree.
Oh, great.
So
And Paul had to
shaping it. So
Oh,
he's
that's right.
looking into
He
it.
did
I just wanted to
everything.
report on that, so.
That's right.
Oh, I forgot one thing.
Yes.
Just at the Historical Preservation, Jack Molinar announced that he is moving out of Fanwood and will no longer be on the preservation.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're moving.
That's a milestone. Wow. That's a milestone. So, yeah, and so we'll send him congratulations and good luck.
Mayor, if I may interrupt?
Yes.
I forgot one very important thing, the dedication of the Salem Oak. will be on May 9th at 3:30, and it will be here on borough property. We talked about this last meeting.
Oh,
The
right,
Salem oak.
this is the seedlings.
The seedling, yes.
From the Salem oak, from
Oh,
Salem
right.
County.
Exactly.
Yes, that we are going to plant here. We have certified seedlings, right?
This is a quiz.
Yes,
And-
I know, it was a quiz, and then I totally got it, because she wasn't going to give me an inch.
Dean Talcott has listed all of the trees on our borough property, so I think we should somehow make that
Make
into
sure
a
he's
booklet.
there, too. We should make
And have
sure
it
he's there.
available at Borough Hall so that people can identify the trees.
That would be great.
I have it home someplace.
That's good. So say the date again when we're doing it?
May 9th at 3:30.
Okay, so tomorrow, could you just maybe go to Borough Hall or make sure that Raina or Pat send us a calendar invite? I think that's working well,
Okay.
to send it to us so that we can, do we have time?
Pardon?
What time?
3:30.
Okay. Oh,
And
exciting.
they're doing that because of the environmental, the kids from the Nettingham can come.
Oh, it's the
and
same
do it.
day?
No, it's not the same day. No, two separate occasions.
Okay, all right.
We decided
All
it
right.
needed its own special
Okay.
day.
You better watch it. Okay. Okay, I love it.
Can I just give my report?
Me too.
Yes, you can give your report.
Okay.
Are you laughing at me over there?
Oh, no. No, I was telling her to watch herself. That's all, Kath.
Kathy is no one to fool with.
No. Okay, so this is from Recreation. So it felt like Fanwood, Westfield, Cranford, Garwood, Scotch Plains, and just about everybody in Union County was at the Easter egg hunt on April 8th at 10 a.m. It was probably the busiest egg hunt I've been to, including when I brought my own.
I actually thought we would not be as crowded because it was like the day before Easter, but.
So did I, but it was just, they just kept rolling in and rolling in and rolling in. Anyway, it was a great day, and everybody seemed very happy. Everybody was patient. They all lined up really well. And, the candy chute was there. It was a great day. And there's always a lot of volunteers, including the Boy Scouts, and so Rec was very grateful to everybody who volunteered and made it such a good event. The training wheel toss is back. It has been on hiatus since 2019, obviously also because of COVID. And the goal is to offer it tentatively for Sunday, June 4th, from 11 to 1:30 with a rain date of June 11th. This will require registration in advance because it is a very busy and sought-after event. And so if you just show up and you don't have a reservation, you're not getting the training wheels tossed. So just, eyes up for that. As soon as it's official, I will announce it and get on the registration and go. The Fanwood 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run has been also set for October 15th. There has been a new route that was mapped out and I believe approved, by the police department. Or is in the process, so I can't even say that, so let me take that back. But what I will say is it will be Sunday, October 15th, and the route to be.
You still have time.
The route to be continued. So the Tween and Travel Camp is also back. Last year, they were able to offer 1 week. This is now a 2-week travel camp. And actually, it went on sale today. So I'm certain it will also sell out quickly.
It's sold out.
Oh, God, it's already sold out.
It's sold out, yes. It was sold out by.
Oh, yes, it
10
says
a.m.
sold out by a few minutes, so I'm sorry. However, I will say that the travel camp has always had a wait list. And people do change their plans, so if you
Yes,
got
there is
knocked out, put your name on the wait list, because I have gotten in that way before. And then summer and spring programs, registration is open for spring senior programs, which include Zumba, gentle yoga, aerobics, meditation. This is also in addition to the registration for spring and summer programs for children. And there are plenty of other summer programs on the website for kids outside of just the Fanwood Rec Camp, so go ahead and check that out if you're a parent. And the last thing I'm going to say is that apparently our pickleball courts are extremely popular. And we are counting on everyone in Fanwood to behave nicely and respectfully on the Fanwood pickleball courts. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on, we're going to go to engineering.
Okay, try to keep it short. A contractor has returned to the Glenwood and Rainier project as of last week.
Thank you for your report.
Thank you, have a nice day. No, let me just finish up. So that they're looking to start curb next week, hopefully, if they can get their subcontractor in there. And then we have some spot repairs of sidewalks that need to be done. So over the next couple of weeks, curb and sidewalk work will be continuing. Nature Center, I had a pre-construction meeting with the Nature Center contractor last week. They're looking to start as soon as possible, once their shop drawings are in and contracts and insurance is all set up.
So when do you think, if you had to kind of guess?
They want it to start this week.
Oh.
But I don't know that they're gonna have all their paperwork in by then, like the insurance. The biggest thing is the insurance. Once their insurance is in, they could go and start working. They want to get in there before the green starts really filling in there, so.
Yeah, we make it
Yeah.
easier, right, than hacking their way through.
Yeah, I was out there 3 weeks ago, it was bare, and then I went out there last week and it was starting to bud, so
Yeah.
they're gonna have a tough time if they wait a couple more weeks. The roof at the Carriage House, we had a pre-construction meeting for that as well last week.
And they're painting too.
They're gonna paint the building.
Same color, or what are they doing?
I believe it's gonna be the same colors, just to maintain the historic color palette.
Okay, inside too?
Inside, outside.
Yeah, same colors inside?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's work.
We're looking to start about May 15th, and he's expecting to go for 3 months for that project. It's quite a bit of work in there.
What's he doing first?
I don't know, I don't have a detailed schedule yet. We're waiting for.
Hopefully do the roof first, right? If we're moving out.
I think he wants to do the roof, because there's a little bit of structural work that needs to be done.
Well, there was a leaking too over the weekend, which
There was?
I don't know.
Yes.
Well, I did not know that.
Yeah, so during the Saturday performance, and I don't know the roof to leak.
I've never heard of it leaking.
I've never heard of it leaking either. So you need to, excuse me,
Yeah, perfect timing.
but I think if between now and, yeah, thank you, we're joking.
So the library, as Councilman Banks mentioned, they're moving. I mentioned the permits, the contractor just owes some documents to the building department, and then, I think it's like 3 minor items, so I'm hoping they could get that straightened out by the end of this week. So we've had a couple issues at the train station in the way of sewer work. We've had 3 backups in the last 3 months since the library moved in there. And I don't know what the reason is. I think it's because when I was there by myself, it wasn't getting a lot of flow. And now that you have the library and me there, it's just getting more flow. And the pipes there are older, and we had them videoed. There were a couple sags in the pipes where the solids get held up, and then it just it doesn't get to the main. So I need to see how we're gonna fix that sooner rather than later. And we just had a backup over the weekend, so I'm working on that. I just want to commend the DPW. Last week on Friday, the day before opening day, we had a sinkhole open up on third base on LeGrand.
Oh, no.
Park.
I saw them out there.
Hi, Ellen.
So they were able to, and Parsa was great. They were out there within an hour to help us video the pipe to see what's going on. The DPW was able to fix the problem within a few hours, so.
Oh, wow.
I didn't hear any issues with opening day, so they went above and beyond and got it fixed.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, they did a great job on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, Friday morning, and then by the afternoon, everything was set. And one last thing about Forest Road Park, we just received a grant for $82,000 for the Phase 2 improvements. LRIG grant awards. I don't.
It's a new
thing?
It's new. It's through the DCA.
Okay.
So it's not through DEP or anything like that. It's through the DCA. They gave out grants to a couple hundred
We,
Board of
yeah,
Eds, and we did very,
we
very
did
well.
Well, like a lot of the bigger towns around us got probably half of what we got.
Yeah, I think we got
82.
$82,000.
And what's this for?
For LeGrand, from Forest Road Park Phase 2 improvements, which is the green space, and we were talking about a gazebo. I don't know if we want more pickleball.
Yeah,
No, we want
Yeah,
green
that may be a
space.
good idea.
So, but, you know, those costs jump once you start
Green
hardscape.
Dog park.
Okay.
You just went there, right? You just went right there.
Anyway. That's all I got.
Okay.
Thank you.
Liz?
You promise?
I really only have like 3 small updates. We received the site plan application in March for Toronto Square. So that'll go through some technical review internally and deeming of completion, and hopefully we're shooting for June planning board.
Oh, that's good.
Right through the reviews and everything. So that will be exciting. And so sadly, the Family Larder has closed, as most of you know, so I think many of us stopped in there and, just, gave her our best wishes, and was such a great resident and longtime resident and business owner, so hopefully she'll find a new foot in some way, and we'll still continue to see Eva, working and active in town. We're working to register as a film-ready community that we just spoke about, and then the other thing I want to mention is that the 3rd annual health fair will be held the same day in the Grand Park as the 5K, so that'll be sort of a combo community event, which is really great. And Ladies' Night Out is in the planning, down deep in the
It's always
planning
fun.
now, so.
It's always a good night.
Yeah, the committee met, and it's pretty solid. We'll have assistance this year from Events by Mackey, which is great, because we don't have a chamber. The chamber presidents really run it the way they used to, but there'll be selfie guys coming back.
It's awesome.
And, we've got our tent, I already ordered the tent.
All right,
so,
girls, we need to make sure, because that's always a fun night.
Yeah, so that's always the first Thursday.
Of June.
In your calendar, always the first Thursday in June, and that's it, really.
What about, I heard Fabio's was honored.
Fabulous
Yes.
was honored.
Yeah.
It was all over the
Tap and everything.
And also, so it was in all the local press. So.
Tell us a little bit about it.
No.
Where's Fabio's located?
Fabio's is located on South Avenue, and it's excellent pizza. Actually, you know what, it is true, because Fabio's, when I first started working here in 2016, the reputation and the.
Because it was a different owner.
rapport was a different owner, and it was, so to keep a name and to overcome that, and not only build your business independently then and become someone who's obviously receiving awards and is well recognized and extremely popular is not an easy thing to do. So
Yeah.
they actually do deserve a very good shout out. So
I think that we should probably bring them in at some point.
should.
Just because of.
They donate a
everything that
lot
they
to
do.
different
They do a lot
events.
for
They
Give them
do.
some public
They do a lot.
recognition. So maybe just talk to them and see, I know sometimes it's hard,
Yeah.
if.
But that would
And
be
I'll tell
good.
you, the owners,
Gregory
Ron,
Yeah.
is the owner.
right?
And Greg.
And
We've been using them or frequenting them since he's been the owner, and even a prior owner, right?
He's a great
But
guy.
they do a fantastic job.
Yeah, even
And the Brooklyn pizza, off the chart.
Yeah.
Get a little extra moots and a little extra basil.
Okay.
All right,
He
all
also-
right, so cutting that down.
All right, moving
I
on.
have my
Moving
hand
on.
in it.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
But I have to
Okay.
say, they really kept
Hey,
that
Ron.
name, and they've overcome that, and they did.
And I gotta tell you, he's also really supported a lot of things in town. He supported Rocket for Autism for many years.
No, he's fantastic.
He is incredible.
Thanks,
And
Liz.
enthusiastically, really.
Yeah.
Even, outreach to like, what can I do?
Yeah, above and beyond.
They just
Yeah.
want some paper today.
All right, sure. Thank you, Liz.
And the only other thing is, I missed the part about, was the contract awarded for the lights in the downtown parking?
That's on it's gonna be in the capital plan when
We can go forward with the capital plan, though. We don't have to, that could be
We
moved.
we discussed it, and we're gonna
Okay,
discuss
okay.
it again in A&F.
Okay,
Okay, so stay tuned, or
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Stay tuned.
so it's in there, So it's in there to do the real trenching, right? That's the, yeah, the real stuff.
It's just a matter of when that happens.
It should be this summer.
Okay, well, whatever, so I'll just stay tuned.
And you're moving ahead with whoever you need to help you with the Corano Square?
Yes, I got the store stuff done, we got the planner working on the planning stuff.
Okay.
I'm doing the other
Okay,
stuff.
good, because it's a big application.
Stuff's getting done.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So can I have a motion to please open the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? I'd like to call forward any members of the public that wish to make comment. Is there anything that's on social media? No. All right. Thank you. Seeing that there isn't anyone that wishes to come forward, may I have a motion to close the meeting to the public? And then may I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting, and we'll be back on May 1st for our agenda meeting. All in favor? All right, good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.